So I look crazy right now because I just woke up literally like 30 seconds ago. My husband does this thing where he does these dream journals, and I don't do them mostly because I feel like I haven't had any dreams that I can remember. But I had this really crazy dream last night. Um, Kind of weird dreams all night, but I'll tell what I can remember. Um, it started at my grandmother's old house, and um, my great grandmother in real life used to live there as well, and my grandmother took care of her. And I was in like the back room with her, but it was like a different version of her. It was really weird. She was younger, um, but still had Alzheimer's and everything. It was really odd. And everyone I knew was gathered in my grandmother's kitchen. And we were trying to get Big Mom to go to sleep. That's my great grandmother's name, or that was her name. And she wanted to see Big Mom, which I guess was not her, um, who I guess we thought was in the kitchen. So there were three of us, and I think it was like my aunt, me, and someone else. And we are walking my great grandma to the kitchen, and like my grandma starts freaking out, like, oh no, don't bring her in here. And she just wants to see Big Mom. So then she turns into like this boy, like this younger boy. And my aunt, for whatever, she's trying to calm him down. And like she gets a pillow to smother him. So I jump on her and we like start fighting. And I end up winning because it's my dream. And then suddenly it's a baby, like a baby boy, a newborn baby boy. And he had on like a onesie, but it wasn't a onesie. It was a full body suit, like the jammies, the footy jammies, and it was all like blue, like sky blue. So I pick him up and I'm holding him. And at first it was really weird because he was blind. But I held him up to my face, like, hey, look at me. And I started talking to him. And he looked up at me, and then he laid on my shoulder and he fell asleep. And the rest of the dream was just me holding this baby. So then suddenly, I'm on this island with this guy who I assume is my husband. Um, yeah, this guy who's like my husband, but it didn't look like my husband. And we were there for some kind of tour. There were some people from like my old church, and it was weird. It was really weird. Apparently, a bunch of people had just got fired from somewhere. It was like this chaos and all this craziness. So, um, I am waiting for a boat to be able to go back to the mainland, and it's a woman and a man who work there, and they're supposed to. It's supposed to be a place to help people with mental issues. And I end up, the lady, she's trying to like take my baby or something. So I end up pushing her at the ocean and she drowned and died. And the guy, when he was on his way back, he sat down like this shotgun. He was looking for his wife and everything. And I don't remember how it happened, but we ended up like making friends. He was like a pastor or something. So then suddenly my husband, I hand him our baby, and then he's now holding four little newborn babies. And I was just like, okay, these are kids. And apparently we had been there a while and we had four babies and they were slowly getting older. So, like, it wasn't like they were different ages or anything. Like, they were all the same age, but like, they were just slowly growing. So they went from like, he was holding them the whole time. They went from newborns to like maybe 6 month olds, and they were just slowly growing. So our whole goal was trying to get a get a boat that was stable enough to hold us to go across land. And for whatever reason, there was a basement. I don't know, it's kind of odd. There was a basement, and I was supposedly making like chicken stew for everyone, which is something I plan to make for dinner this week. So that's probably why that was oddly in my dream. But I'm like cooking in this crock pot, and it's over boiling, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy, like I can't cook. And I'm like, no, I can't cook. I just, it's over boiling. It's fine. So in the basement, when it first started, well, it was a party in the basement. And when it first started, there was really like loud rap music and rock music playing. And all the teenagers went down there. I was like, I don't know, maybe 20 and under. They all went down there to hang out. And for whatever reason, as soon as I went down there, I was scared of the idea of going down there. So I never did. And then these new group of teenagers came in. It was maybe like 5 of them. And I remember they were foreign. I don't know why, but they were. And they're like, oh yeah, party. So at first at the party, it was like really loud down there and stuff. You just saw those kids hanging out. But then it got kind of quiet and you could still hear some stuff, but not as much. So we went down there, and how it was explained to me where there were just dead bodies everywhere, but it was like a massacre. Like things got crazy, and they started like ripping into each other and doing like all this crazy stuff. And I was scared to death, and it freaked me out. Like I didn't see it in the dream or anything like that, but the description that was given to me, plus it being my other grandmother's old basement, which I was scared of, I think it kind of just shook me. And I remember my husband and I were holding our babies. And we're like, we have to get out of here. And we ended up finding some like little winky dink boat. And I think we got on it. But then I woke up before we were actually able to sail away. It was just like this really odd, disturbing place. And yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, but I thought I would at least comment and say my dreams.